Yeah! Yes! Ah! Success, guys! Where are you going, Jeremy? They can hear us? I don't think they can. There's no end. How? There's no NDI streams going in there. Oh, it's because my desktop and... Oh, see, we figured out some things, but not everything. Awesome sauce. Well, that means, but they only hear us once, right? Yeah, we are on. Woohoo! We've made it! Success! Yeah, I don't think there is an echo, so we should be good to go. Let's see. Everyone's saying, hey, hey, hey. Can't really hear the guys. Okay. Well, they are hearing you all through my headset. So let me try this.
Oh boy. I thought we tested this. I thought we had it down.
Oh, so I'm hearing a success.
Rob.
I can hear Rob
I
now.
can hear Rob now. Well, that's all that's important.
Ha ha ha. Can hear Jeremy too. Looks like we're in. You know what? This hat's coming off. It doesn't. My camera angle is bad.
I like your hat.
So.
Your hat looks good.
The camera angle is bad, so we're just going without the hat. Right.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Blue Peg, Pink Peg. Oh, no.
Everyone here gets a game, and then we're off. We'll go home.
Yeah, let's get out of here. All right. Go ahead.
Uh-oh. We can't hear Christina now.
Oh, no. What? Really? Oh, my God.
Well, how about this? So while Christina's talking, Rob, can you just, I mean, you're an improv guy. Can you just do her voice? Can you do a little lip reading kind of game?
Well, I wanted to help troubleshoot. Christina, you took your headset off. Did that do anything? Ah. All right. I'm just going to laugh and drink. I don't read lips well, Jay Winter says.
It wouldn't be 2020 without 2 weeks of tech difficulties back to back.
Oh, it's been longer than 2 weeks. Like, didn't we try to do this? Like,
yeah. Well, you know, let me say 2 attempts.
2 attempts.
2 attempts.
And it was funny because we actually got together and tried all this stuff out, tried all the factors, and it worked. So I don't know what the problem is now.
Right.
Now you're talking. I don't know that anyone can hear you.
They can't hear you. what it's worth, Christina, I do kind of hear me again, so I'm getting some audio echo of myself.
It's because we're picking up ourselves on her mic, on her speakers. That's why she needed to have earphones on.
Right. Oh no. She's got an idea, everybody.
Can everybody hear me now? Can anybody hear me now? I think I just needed to find my mic.
Oh, shit. We're watching the chat. Oh, I see a woohoo. Yes! Yes!
Yes!
Yeah, a lot of yeses. Okay.
The only problem is that we're hearing an echo through Christina's speakers.
You and Jeremy?
But you know what?
Yeah, too
if
bad.
no one else is, then we're okay. We'll deal with it.
Yeah, you'll have to deal with the echo. Yes! We did it.
Not
okay.
the first time I've heard Rob repeat himself.
Okay, well, it might not be the last. Okay, so...
You don't hear the echo.
Welcome, everybody!
This Hangout, again, is brought to you by our Patreon. Thank you, dear sweet pegheads who back us on Patreon. Christina, did you pull up all the questions we might be discussing?
Oh, yeah. I've got a bunch of questions that we solicited our listeners for. Pretty much through our Discord channel. We asked kind of our listeners what they wanted to know about. So we've got some questions that we're going to be going over.
And of course, we're going to be giving away some prizes. As I mentioned on the podcast, the episode, season, whatever we were on, 4, 5, for all the people who got the right answer, for all the people I picked for trivia, we're giving away a big stack of games today. So I thought maybe once we said our hellos, maybe answered a question or two, we'll give some of those away. And then at the end of it, we'll give away a bunch more games. And then I thought maybe we would give away a couple games to people that are actually watching this right now as a thank you for supporting us. Take two. In our endeavors with this Hangout, but we give away all types of games. Now, with the exception of a couple games, all these games are used. They are review copies. So you're getting a used copy, but it's still a free game. So what I'll do at the end of this is I will get all the winners' addresses and I will send everybody their stuff. But that's just something that, that's something we're going to be doing during this Hangout.
Yeah, I think, too, before we kind of dive right into the questions, maybe just kind of let the listeners know what we've been up to in the last 24, 48 hours. Just kind of give a little sneak peek into our daily grind. So, Jeremy, what, other than probably building a greenhouse, what you been doing?
That was the primary thing. I did replace a radiator hose on my minivan yesterday morning, and... it worked. So we drove around today and no fluid spat out onto a hot engine. We'll probably share the story in more detail later, but I had a long drive and a leaky radiator hose solved by duct tape. There's nothing duct tape won't solve. So yesterday we fixed that. And then it went straight to greenhouse. So for pretty much the whole day yesterday and today, I've been building greenhouse walls and attaching old windows to crooked 2x4 studs.
We're all going to miss Tara very much.
I know, but if you think about it, she's going to go the way she wants to go. Amidst all of her plants and some vintage windows.
And probably nice and warm like a cat. Like, all snuggled up in there.
I mean, if you had to choose, why not the rickety greenhouse your husband built for you as a gift? So that's what I've been up to. Nothing particularly exciting. Oh, I did learn and lose every single game of Among Us that I played with my kids this evening. So they took my ignorance as suspicion. And I was ejected at least once by my daughter specifically because I was too focused on trying to figure out what I was doing.
Yeah.
And that made me suspicious.
All right, I'm already bored. I want to call a meeting. Jeremy sucks.
Yeah. Well, now that's also a thing when you play with 3 teenagers and several internet randos. So, but at any rate, so I played Among Us though. Never once the imposter. So I don't know how it works. I just ran around trying to outrun my children on dark corridors.
Well, now that you know how to play, Jeremy, and I know how to play, we have to get Rob to learn how to play, and then we should play with some pegheads in our Discord.
We should.
Rob won't last very long.
I'm going to be out in the airlock in the very first turn. Like, no one's even going to die. It's like, let's get him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're already saying Rob is sus in the chat. So.
Right, that's just how it goes. That's how I'll play.
You don't know how to play the game. Likely story. You're the imposter.
Well, while Jeremy was being super sus, building a death trap for Tara, Christina and I went camping this weekend, and we unplugged.
We did. We went camping. We packed some games to play, but we don't camp a lot. We camp a bit, and so our lantern and lighting setup is really bad. So we didn't get to play a lot of games because as soon as the sun went down, we were pretty much out of commission for board games, which was sad.
Sometimes we like to try to play. First of all, for whatever reason, as soon as it got dark, I was ready to go to bed. Like, I'm like, all right.
It gets dark at 6 right now in Virginia. So.
Christina goes, it's 7:30. And I'm like, what?
Well, and this is the first time we've gone camping where the next day I've felt my age. Like today, I don't know what's happening, but like I have some weird buildup of lactic acid from poor sleep the last 2 nights, and like I'm super sore. And we didn't do anything this weekend, so now I'm just.
We did go on a 5-mile hike. That's not a thing.
Right, but like
this was the first year. This was the first year that we went camping ever in November, and like I thought we would be cool because like way back when I bought a. Hold on, you talk a little bit, Christina. This computer's getting ready to die because it's not plugged in. So you keep talking.
Okay, the charger's up here. Charger's up here.
I'll be back.
Rob's sus.
Oh,
so
no.
this is what it's like to camp when you're old, Christina.
Yeah, I feel like I've reached the point where maybe I shouldn't be sleeping on the ground anymore.
Fair.
I'm just so sore, and I don't understand. Rob's right here. He wants to know where the charger is.
No, I got it.
Yeah. Do you know which one it is? No. Okay. It's a little insight to Blue Peg, Pink Peg.
Yeah, a weird household that keeps its chargers and its computers on different floors.
Oh, yeah.
It makes it all an exciting game of where's my electricity.
Yeah, we someone in the chat said I think Patrick Moore said that we could get hammocks to sleep in. We have a hammock that we hang when we camp. We just haven't ever slept in it, but that might be the next thing because and it's not like we're sleeping on the ground. We have air mattresses. Like it's decent, but I don't know. Maybe it's because it was so cold that we were frigid. I don't know. It was a lot of fun.
It wasn't that cold this weekend, though, was it? Where did you camp?
We camped down in Pillpot Lake.
Okay.
But not Fairy Stone Park.
Oh, no.
We camped at...
I think
Rob's died. He'll get back in. We'll let him back in.
That can someone screenshot the Rob's computer dying face? I'm gonna try to capture that.
Yeah,
we need
that little meme there.
I think is John Wolf here? Can we make an emoji for our Discord out of that? That's Rob's disappointed face.
Oh, yeah, like super sad face. But
yeah, like it's all my fault. Anyway, so you were at Philpott. You're down at Philpott?
Yeah, and it was nice, but we were at Goose Point, so it was right on the water. The only downside, though, is that even though
the campsite was quiet. Fishermen, super early in the morning, were out, and the boats were going. So there was a lot of lake traffic noise that was not as relaxing as I thought it was going to be.
How does Harper do with this? You take her camp, like full outdoor tent camping quite often. Is she a fan?
Yeah, she's rolls with everything. She doesn't complain about anything. I think the only downside is that, Rob and I, when we camp, we like to unplug and get away. Mm-hmm. And which means we don't really want to do anything. Harper still wants to do stuff. And so she's an only kid, and so she's like off in the woods, like kicking stones and playing with the trees and talking to herself, and I feel bad for her because she doesn't have any buddies.
Well, one day she'll like walk back in with the wolf.
Yes.
And she'll like this is Mr. I don't know. This is Mr. Gray Jeans, my new friend. He was playing with the deer in the woods and followed me home.
Yeah.
Say hi to Mr. Gray Jeans.
She's gonna pick up something. Anyway, she's definitely an animal lover, so she's got that going for her. But she had a really good time. I should tell Rob to just come up here and join me on this computer. I think he heard me.
He might be. Oh, here he comes.
Get in here.
He's coming in.
I'm glad he's got the bourbon.
We're just gonna leave this picture face on here, though.
What? I'm frozen. Look how angry I look.
No.
Oh yeah, it's already been screenshotted, Rob. Don't worry.
So I was hoping that I would be.
I can't move over anymore because I'm off screen.
So, yeah.
No, you can go more that way.
Okay. All right.
There we go. Okay.
All right. What did I miss?
We were talking about how Harper was so sad being an only kid camping.
And she made friends with a wolf named Mr. Gray Jeans. Yes, Brendan, we will do our best. Well, I'll do my best now that I've got the story of Harper bringing a wolf home. We'll Mr. Gray Jeans. I think Mr. Gray Jeans might be an exception to my no dogs and board gamers rules in this case.
You want to give away some games?
Yeah, let's give away some games to the dear sweet pegheads. Let's start off with let's give away some games to those people who listen to our trivia and actively try to guess some of them. So the first game we're going to give away, let's give away that one.
Oh, this one, we've talked about it on our episodes a lot in the last couple of weeks and months. We're going to give away a copy of...
Oh my God, so close.
The Kringle Caper. This is the 18-card escape room by Grand Gamers Guild. Look how small it is. You can fit it perfectly inside a stocking.
Whoa.
And, we're going to give this away.
I want to go to Antarctica. Was that my line?
That was your line. So who's going to win this game?
So, I brought the skull. This would have been a little more fitting when we had our initial hangout date. But yes, I put all the names in there. I'm picking one now at random. And the Kringle Caper goes to Daryl at Tabletop Owlbear.
Owlbear, yes.
I think I saw a Tabletop Owlbear in the chat.
He is here, yes. So he's gonna win a copy of the Kringle Caper, and we will drop you a note and get your address and put this in the mail for you to escape during the holidays.
Awesome.
Let's give away. Sure, we'll do that one next.
This one?
Yep, that's fine.
All right. If anybody likes to be full of anxiety during a board game...
You know I do!
You're going to want to play Stay Cool.
This is, of course, a used game. We talk about playing this on the show and how it gave me probably an ulcer.
All right, Patrick loves it. Patrick's a huge fan.
All right, this one goes to...
Who wins this one?
I don't know. Patrick Moore! You said Patrick! Patrick Moore got it!
Swung it.
He's in the chat as well, so you will win a copy of Stay Cool. This is designed by Julian Sentis, and it is a Scorpion Mask game that you can play with up to 7 people, which is good if you have odd numbers.
All right, and let's do that top one there.
All right.
Now this game, this one really was under the radar. This is a game by Renegade, but this game is amazing. Like, I'm surprised not more people have talked about this game. It is
Sarcadians.
First Light.
First Light.
Now, as some of you
remember you raving about this on the show.
So some of you pegheads might have heard us talk. This is not a standard box size. This is a tiny box, but there's a lot of game in it. It's an amazing game. And I hated that I had to kind of give it out, but we have just so much stuff, so we had to give it. We're gonna give it away to a good home.
The art is really cool.
And this one,
lots of things we could probably talk about in regards to the box top art of this. Like, what are they talking about? The one seems really interested, but she does not. She's just trying to get her selfie done.
Yeah, I don't know what. There's a cameraman there, and everyone else is like posing for this important political discussion. And
right.
All right, this game goes to Brendan Riley. Brendan Riley, who's also a big poster on in our guild. So, Brendan, I will get your information from you, and that's it for now. Why don't we answer some questions with Brendan?
No, Daniel said, or Daryl. Sorry, Daryl. He's glad he won the Critical Game because he's in Australia.
Oh wow, we got some bigger games. And I'm glad you won, but I'm glad you won that one.
Yeah, for real.
We're gonna send you the print and play.
All right, so let's head. I'm gonna unfortunately hide Rob.
What?
I know. Everyone is tired of seeing that. Now that you're in here, we will. They can see the other games.
Well,
let me just kind of get in front of
those.
No. Spoiler alert.
That's fine.
I'll just move the
Someone's asking what kind of bourbon I'm drinking. I am drinking. By the way, before we start showing everything, let's make sure we don't have anything that we can't
talk about
or have. Okay, great.
Bullet
Bourbon is the go-to bourbon that I always drink. Not a sponsor of the show yet. But yeah, that's what we're having this evening.
Jeremy, what you drinking?
I am drinking Mad Elf by Trogs Brewery in my Blue Pig Pink Peg pint glass.
Nice.
That are still available for your Christmas shopping. Not much left. We only have a couple left. But if you're interested, we do have some left.
And
you've only got a couple of friends.
I'm drinking out of my Pink Peg, Piranha Pig wine glass from our dear friend Bernard. I'm drinking a Mudslide. So, it's alright.
Also, 5,000 points if you're following it at Weight Watchers.
Yes.
All right, let's do some questions.
All right, so a lot of our Peghead solicited questions. So, the first question.
Wait a minute, I just want to point out, Sir Jubes says they want 3 Robs. I feel like that's a good number of Robs.
They want 3 Robs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people are actually disappointed at losing disappointed Rob.
Oh, that was my disappointed face.
We should screenshot it, and then when Harper gets in trouble, we'll just show.
Oh, could you guys just make a disappointed Rob mask, and then when you call Harper down for a family meeting, and you're both wearing the disappointed Rob mask?
Well, don't you remember, like, what was it, the first meetup?
The first meetup that we had wasn't a mashup meetup, but it was a meetup.
Peghead had printed out a bunch of Rob's face and put them on like popsicle sticks. And then we used them for your 40th birthday party, I think.
Yeah, but it was weird when I didn't know it was coming and I walked into a bar and everybody had my face.
But it was fun. Okay, so one of the Pegheads had said that on our show we make fun of Patrick all of the time, or Patrick talks about all the previous jobs he's had before, but curious about what our previous jobs have been before. What was our first job, and were we good at it? I'll go first. My very first job was I worked at Arby's. I worked in the drive-thru at an Arby's, and I thought I was really, really good at it because I would change my voice every time a new car would come through the drive-thru.
Oh, you want roast beef? No, is that not? Okay.
That's
Something
Australian.
like that. And so I had a ton of fun with it, and then I would always change my voice and then see if people were surprised when they got to the window of like, oh, that's who was on the audio. That's strange. And one time someone came through the drive-thru and gave me their business card and was like, you have a really good voice and your voice would be great for radio.
That's true. That's a trap. That's a trap.
Well, at the time, because I was in high school, I was like, I'm pretty sure this person is trying to like traffic me. So I didn't contact them, but he was right. My voice is good for radio.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What about you, Jeremy?
So my first job was cashier at B. Dalton Bookseller at Tanglewood Mall, which I got the job because the week previous I was trapped in a surprise blizzard at a friend's house on Bent Mountain for 3 days without electricity, which meant the well pump didn't work, so we didn't have water.
I can see where this is leading to a bookstore job. Continue.
Yeah, and so by the time we actually escaped from the mountain, no, I should rewind that bit. The electricity did finally come back, but then the roads were packed with snow still, so we couldn't get out. And the only thing that was working was a Super Nintendo version of Street Fighter, which became kind of our conch. Our Lord of the Flies conch. So whoever was the leading Street Fighter was sort of the chief of the tribe.
Hadouken!
So when we finally got off the mountain, I didn't want to be inside anymore. I lived across the street from a mall. So I walked across the street, went to this bookstore, and the lady who was the manager said, I see you in here all the time. Do you want a job? And so I said, I would like a job. Yes, please. Thank you. And I got it. And so I worked there for a number of years, 3 years maybe, 2-3 years. And I guess I was good at it because I was a book nerd, and it's where I spent all my money on role-playing books and Magic the Gathering cards. So that was my first job, was a bookstore at the mall.
Later on down the road, I worked at that same bookstore. We've talked about this on the show. You were my supervisor. It's where we became friends. I, however, spent my money on magic cards and Kama Sutra books. No, just magic cards.
Oh my God!
They had those there.
Wait, why would you need more than one, Rob?
Yeah, he said books, plural. Maybe he was giving them as gifts. Oh my word.
I had a follow-up joke, but I don't know. It's not like...
Yeah.
It's not... Sorry.
I think you're fine.
Thanks. Right. So, my first job was at a restaurant called the Roanoke Restaurant. I was either 15 or 16. I was a bus boy. And boy, did no one there like me.
Oh.
And,
why?
It just, I don't know.
Were you giving out Kama Sutra books?
Right. I was giving out Kama Sutra tips. If you raise your pelvis. No,
when you're on your lunch break in the back room with the Kama Sutra book, like wide open, like,
right.
Oh, this one looks like a challenge.
Where are their toes? I don't know. Look, so the busboy, it was not good. And like another thing they did, and for those that work in the restaurant industry, you might know this. So they had the guy who cleans the dishes, right? So you get the 3 dishes in. And what they would do is they would pile all the leftover food into this giant bin, right? Oh. And then at the end of the day, the busboy, me, had to go take it out to the garbage, right? And usually it's like you gotta lift up, but it's just hundreds of pounds of food and just gross stuff, right? So one day, the dumpster, like the side doors that you would go in to dump it in, they were locked. And they're like, you still have to dump it. So I had to lift it up over my head and dump it in then. And my back went, until this day, my back still hurts in that same place that I probably have a lawsuit. But I don't know. It was not a good job for me. And so then I looked for another job, which was B. Dalton, where
you could get more books.
Where I could get more books.
So I guess you could say I saved your life.
Ooh.
You could say that. Or you could say you aged me a lot.
It was a good time, that bookstore.
I think with all of our first jobs, that Patrick has not done any of those things.
I bet you he has. I can see Patrick being like a Kama Sutra like guru up in a mountain, and he's all cross-legged, and he's like, people come over to talk to him, and he gives out tips.
I bet if you got some of those books, Rob, and checked the illustrator, Patrick Kelly.
It would be Patrick.
Right. I mean, because there's not enough time in his life. He hasn't lived enough to do all these jobs, so some of them have to be simultaneous. So he was probably like hiking, doing trail clearing somewhere in Belgium, and he was posting Kama Sutra illustrations every time he got to a town to ship them back to his publisher in the U.S.
You know what's funny is that, like, even to this day, when we do stuff with Patrick, he'll hit us with some sort of job he's had. We're like, what? We've known you for years. You've never mentioned this job. Brain surgeon? Really, Patrick?
Yeah. He's good to have around because he just knows stuff.
For the brain surgery?
Or whatever.
Whatever
you need. Speaking of knowing stuff, one of the other questions that was submitted by Peghead was wanting to know, outside of games and board games, if we had to serve as expert witnesses for a subject, what subject matter would it be?
I could tie it into the first question.
Oh, no!
I don't have an answer.
We'll go first, then.
What is it? Outside of board games, if you serve as an expert witness and subject, what would it be? I like to think that I can tell when someone's lying to me.
Oh, no, honey, you can't.
You're lying! See? That's the kind of skill that I am bringing to the table. What do you mean I can't?
No,
wait a minute, what do you mean I can't?
Like, there's just, like, you need to read the book Duped.
I'm duped?
I'm just
This
saying.
is my question, not your question.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's impossible for people to know when people are lying.
You know what? I can't wait till you answer this question. No, I know it's impossible.
Oh.
But I feel like I have a pretty good vibe when someone's lying to me.
So you would testify as an expert witness in the subject matter of detecting a lie?
You made me go first, and that is my answer.
Yeah, that's more of an interrogation skill, Rob.
Right. Well, that's my answer. I will be an expert witness in telling you when someone's lying to you.
Oh.
I'm going to drink more bourbon.
Okay.
Makes the pain go away. Go ahead, Christina. What would you be an expert witness?
You go next, Christina.
I have been and am qualified as an expert witness.
That's not fair.
Yeah, sorry. In regards to forensic interviewing and how children disclose abuse. So.
They probably wanted like more of a lighter answer. Like
what? No, I think they were being. You think that was a funny question?
Maybe they want to be entertained.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I left out one word that would have really brought the conversation
down.
Yeah.
We're good. What about you, Jeremy?
I don't have anything that important, so I don't know that I can follow up with a jokey expert witness. What would I have to serve as an expert witness on a subject? What subject matter would it be?
Well, Jeremy, I'm going to vamp a little bit while you think, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Jay Winter says, no, they love real answers. And Sir Jube says, thank you for your work, Christina.
Yes.
So, yes, don't listen to me. They want to hear real answers. And by the way, mine was still a real answer.
Yeah. I think, Jeremy, you could do... Yeah, what about transit?
I mean, sure. I'm trying to think of, like... so expert witness suggests that a crime of some kind has happened, right? So, like, I'm not an expert at, like, what would a human body look like if struck by various speeds of bus.
You guys are going in such weird directions!
So I don't know that transit, in this case, is a good fit. Like, I'd like to say bicycle something, right? Or transportation. Like, but I don't know how that fits into an expert witness. But let's just say for shakes, transit. We'll say that I probably have some sense of like a half full bus, might fly off a cliff at a certain speed versus a full bus. If a bus was going at 55 miles an hour and couldn't stop, would it be able to jump a gap in a highway? Probably not. That's not how buses work, for example.
Well, if you're watching Dukes of Hazzard, it does.
No, but like, let's say something happened in Roanoke and a bike from one of the ride shares was utilized in the crime. You might get called to testify about where the ride share stations are at, how one obtains it, all of that stuff. So you could be called.
I guess I could say, like, could an average fit person ride a bicycle from the seat of a crime? They stole a children's bike, right? They stole a kid's bike. They killed someone. The lawyer said they stole a kid's bike and rode home because that's their alibi, but they were actually home. And they bring in Jeremy. Could a human being, unskilled at bicycle transportation, ride a child-sized Huffy this distance? And obviously the answer is no.
I would love to be the defense attorney on that. Mr. Holmes, is it true that you had an accident on your bicycle where you tore up your shoulder? Now, explain to the court and this fine jury how you can be an expert on bicycle riding while you have just mangled your body.
Right, I appreciate the question, Your Honor. The speed that I was traveling at when I crashed was clearly faster than any human should travel down a hill. The speed that was required for this murderer to ride the child-sized Huffy was 5 miles an hour faster than the speed at which I crashed my bicycle, therefore suggesting that there was no way that he could have covered that distance in that amount of time, and his alibi is false.
Seems legit.
Thank you.
Seems legit.
Yeah.
Okay, good question. Good question.
Do you want to answer for reals? Or are you still going with detecting lies?
I feel like I can detect lies.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I can. Hey, why don't we give away a quick game to the people in our chat?
Oh, yeah.
The first person in the chat to give me a whoop whoop will get a copy of Curious Cargo.
Uh-oh.
That game's super new. There's a little bit of a delay, so we're going to see how long of a delay it is. That's wool wool. That's not whoop whoop.
Oh, Mad Sheep.
Mad Sheep. Mad Sheep got it in. Mad Sheep. I'm going to write down Mad Sheep.
Mad Sheep.
Let us know what your real name is.
He's a scientist at Arctic Base 00A. Thank you for your scientific service, Mad Sheep.
Mad Sheep, you need to reach out to us at bluepegpinkpeg@gmail.com. And, well, wait, anybody can be like, I'm Mad Sheep. How did we get this guy to reach out to us?
Oh.
I didn't think that out. Well, we're going to see what happens. Only 27 people are on right now, so I'll have to weed it out. Mad Sheep, send me your address.
Woo, good job. All right, let's do another question. This question came in and had asked, I've always wondered about the last word or saying or utterance at the end of the episode. Are those spontaneous or are those pulled from some part of the discussion? So I don't know how it started.
Well, we got to figure out exactly what they're talking about. Are we talking about what Patrick used to do with the Shakespearean things, or what you are
doing now?
What we do now?
I mean, they are two different things.
Right. I've always wondered about the last word. I thought there was more to that question. Is that the whole question?
It looks like Jennifer. Is that Jennifer Stearns? Jennifer S says it's her question, so we can.
Jennifer.
Not the Shakespeare.
Is this Jennifer Stearns?
Not the Shakespeare.
Not the Shakespeare stuff. So yeah, go ahead.
So I've always thought it was just little one-offs from the things that we talked about in the episode that we found either funny or comical, or that we wanted to kind of bring back around to kind of bookend the episode, right?
That's when I started doing it that way, and I don't remember how it started. I think it was at the end of the episode, and Patrick said something, and it was one of those things that I brought back over and over again, so it stopped being funny, and my hope was, if I kept bringing it back around, it might be funny again. And it was one of those things that Patrick ended the show, and then I came in with it, and we kept it in, or he kept it in when he did the editing. And then from there, we just did it.
Yeah.
We would, usually as a callback to something else, maybe a funny noise, something else. When we have guests on, we let them do it, and they say some weird thing. Sometimes it's non sequitur, sometimes it ties in. It's just whoever, I don't know. It's like a button on the show. It's an exclamation point on the show that makes me giggle when I edit.
Well, and what's become really fun is that as we're recording the show, I'll keep a list of things that kind of happen throughout the show that I might kind of use at the end if I'm the one doing it. But Rob has also started incorporating a lot of things that have happened during the recording of the episode in the ending.
Sure. Dear sweet pegheads,
Right.
whether you're trying to plug in a computer and it doesn't work, you know how it goes.
Right. So literally what I'm doing as he's doing his closure is I'm crossing off all of the funny things I wrote down that he's used that I can't use. And so sometimes I'll just have to say whatever that might not make sense at all.
And then sometimes she doesn't say anything, and then I just pull something she said in the show and plug it in at the end.
One of the best things, of course, is when Rob is doing his thing, watching, because I sit across from Christina, so I just watch her face.
Yeah.
For if Rob takes the thing, because she gets the Rob didn't plug his laptop in kind of look on her face, and Rob knows that he stole her bit.
Yeah, he steals it quite a bit. So I try to think of something so obscure that he wouldn't use. But yeah, it's usually some part of the discussion that kind of comes into play.
And no one's ever asked us that question, Jennifer. Why don't we give away a couple more games for the trivia, since we're kind of tied into stuff. Let's give away a copy of Tattoo Stories.
Ooh, this is a fun game designed by Bicycle Games. And actually...
Will Wheaton is their spokesperson now.
They just did a live thing on Twitch today, actually.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, but Will Wheaton did a thing for Bicycle Games. So, Tattoo Stories.
I picked one at random. That one goes to Adam Demers. Adam Demers, you just want a copy of Tattoo Stories.
You'll be able to get creative and envision all kinds of different tattoos with up to 6 of your friends.
Nice. Let's do one more. Let's do one more for the trivia.
If you're ever in Roanoke, Rob will give you a free tattoo.
I don't know that that's true.
Nope.
Adam's probably at the Antarctic. Ooh, this is a good one. This game is, first of all, the box is amazing, but it's Deep Water Games. We talked about this on the show. I don't remember the episode.
Oh, nice.
Sovereign Skies.
Sovereign Skies.
This is designed by Aaron Wilson, and the whole box has got like this holographic film on it, which is super cool.
But it's a solid game. I think it's family weight. It's got a lot of cool mechanics that are going on. And this one goes to Chris Garrett, who I always say Chris Garrette, but no, it's Chris Garrett. So he wins a copy of Sovereign Skies.
Nice.
Congratulations, Chris.
All right, let's do another question.
All right, let's see. Okay, so
shiny. Yes, Patrick, it is very shiny.
This is a fully loaded question. So this was submitted kind of in that Kiss, Marry, Kill ilk. And what they wanted us to do was to do each of that for drafting, tile laying, worker placement, and then Euro, Ameritrash, Abstract, and then Origins, GenCon or Essen, and then Firefly, Buffy, and Angel. So let's start with the drafting, tile laying, worker placement.
I'll go first.
Okay.
And this is Kiss, right? Not
you label.
I get it, but it's usually a different word.
It's more of a Kama Sutra word.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Kiss meaning that I yearn for it. Marry, it's a stable thing that you want in your life, and then kill, just get that out of there.
Right.
All right. Oh no. I said I wanted to go first, but this is a tough one. Drafting, which I love, tile laying, which you love, and worker placement.
Huh.
All right, I'm going to go drafting as Kiss, because I just love myself some drafting. Whether you drafting, or love drafting.
Hate kissing?
Hate kissing.
Oh, no.
You're doing it wrong.
You read the wrong Kama Sutra, Rob.
I love it. I love to draft. But worker placement, that's my bread and butter. I'm going to marry worker placement, kiss drafting, and kill tile laying. Because I've played some crappy tile laying games, and I love drafting, and worker placement is the go-to. That seems like an easy one.
Oh, all right.
Here I'm going to jump in here, Rob, because I think you and I are going after the same girl.
Yeah.
So I'm all the way. Kiss drafting, kill, marry worker placement, kill tiling. If there was an area control, that would get the murder and ride a Huffy home kind of status. But given the 3, I have to kill tiling. I'm sorry, Christina.
By the way, this question was brought to you by David Turner. Or Dave Turner.
I'm going to say you're going to marry Tile Lane, obviously. I'm going to kiss worker placement, and then I'm going to kill drafting.
No. Someone.
I think she did that just for you.
I forgot about Veluspa.
Yeah, what?
Oh, shoot.
No, I'm killing drafting because my brain doesn't work that well when, like, I have to remember all of the cards that I'm passing and what they've already collected, and it's just, like, bleh. So I'm going to kill that. All right, let's do, Jeremy, you start us off with Euro games, Ameritrash, or Abstract.
I'm going to kiss Ameritrash, marry Euro. That would have been like 3 years ago. Those would have been flipped. But I've matured, I guess. So still like an occasional romp, roll in the hay with Ameritrash, but it's not my thing. So marry Euro, and I'm going to kill Abstract. Not a huge fan.
Yeah, I'll go first. We're going to kill Abstract.
Oh, my God.
Get Abstract out of there. Man, I want to kiss and marry Euro. Like, can I just do both? Okay, I'm going to...
It sounds like a healthy relationship.
Yeah, thank you. I want to have a healthy relationship with Euro, and I'm going to leave Ameritrash outside my house holding the boom box, trying to woo me outside. Can you say anything?
Can you and Ameritrash take on assumed names and meet at a hotel every once in a while?
Yes, that's incredible. I've got the books we can explore. I'm going to say marry Euro because I want to spend my rest of my life with Euro. Ameritrash, we're going to kiss it. Sometimes we'll get together, hang out, but Euro is the marry.
Okay, well, I'm definitely going to marry Abstract games because those will stick around for the long haul and always be lighting your neurons in your brain and making you think outside the box. So, Abstract games.
I don't want my marriage to be abstract.
And then I'm going to...
He's seen Patrick's illustrations. He's got very concrete.
I'm going to kiss Euro games, and then I'm going to kill Ameritrash games.
Wait, you're gonna kiss Euro games and then kill Ameritrash. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
All right, Origins, GenCon, or Essen? Ooh.
I'll go first.
Oh, okay.
I want to kiss Essen because it's a love affair, and I just want to go crazy. I can't do it all the time. It's, Essen's super expensive. I gotta save up for Essen, so it's one of those things that we'll just love you, Essen. I'm gonna marry Origins, because that's where I get to interact with the pegheads the most of the bigger conventions, and I just it's more downtime, more time to play. GenCon I'm going to kill, even though that's like business all the time for GenCon, right?
Yeah.
Like, first of all, what are conventions? I don't even know anymore. But when we do have conventions again, GenCon it's go, go, go. It's meeting. I get it, first world problems, but like it's just out of those 3, GenCon's the kill.
I'm going to second what Rob said. For me, it's the experiences. So Essen, I feel I get the experience of Essen is richer and higher, and then it's Origins. And then GenCon I feel like I don't play any games at GenCon except ones I'm demoing. And I just don't like that.
Just all work.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Patrick Moore mentioned the North Market at Origins. Yeah, that Ginny's ice cream. That's why I'm chunky. Thanks, Ginny's.
What about you, Jeremy?
Well, I'm gonna have to kiss Essen like I'm 18 because I haven't done it yet. And then I'm with you guys. I'm gonna marry Origins because it's just the place to be. In Gen Con, I'll kill Like I'll go back, but Rob's right. It's lost a little bit of the. It's so big.
It's so big.
It's so big. But then I'm saying it, and I'm like, but I would go to GenCon next weekend if I could go to GenCon next weekend. So,
yeah, yeah. I think it's interesting how like maybe some of those cons that people kind of push to the back burner because they didn't like them anymore. As soon as people can go to cons, I think people are gonna go to everything.
This is one of those conversations that we've talked about but haven't really talked about, especially on the show. Like, when do you guys think there will be conventions again?
At the size of, like, GenCon?
Yeah, like a GenCon or an Essen, hundreds of thousands of people. Like,
2022.
Same. 2020.
At the earliest.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
which
makes me
is sad.
You might have like an Essen and a UK Games Expo and some of those, depending on how Europe is handling, COVID. They tend to be handling it a little bit better than the US is largely, but I don't see an Origins or a Gen Con for
everybody.
A lot.
Everybody in the chat is 2022.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, if I was a convention organizer, I would feel like I would want a solid 6 to 12 months of vaccine and numbers flattening and things like that before I organize something. No one wants to be the ground zero where it all started up again. Columbus doesn't want to be that. Indianapolis doesn't want to be. Well, guys, thanks, Indiana.
Right.
You brought it back. So
even if they because Essen's so late in the year, even if they did do an Essen, they might not take people from the States. So, like, who knows? Who knows what the landscape's going to look like next year? It makes me sad to think that we're not going to have any kind of conventions, because that really, for a podcast, for us, it really energizes us.
Yeah.
So that's, I don't know, it bums me out a little bit. New question!
No, we have
Sir
Firefly.
Firefly.
Say in the comments about smaller regional cons, and that may be the case, because in some communities or some states where things are a little bit more under control, the regional cons might, the char cons and so forth, that are a couple hundred people. Let's put it this way: it'll be an interesting thing to watch the business of conventions in the next 2 years.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
So we still have the
Firefly, Buffy, Angel.
Can we just kill all of them? No.
Oh my God! What?
I'm kidding.
That's not fun.
I'm gonna kiss.
Why are you guys married? You hate the things the other person loves.
I'm gonna kiss and marry.
You said I couldn't kiss Mary.
I'm gonna kiss, marry Firefly, and the rest of them can just.
All right, I'm gonna marry Firefly because that show is amazing. It got cut too soon. And I always find that those clickbait things was like, another season of Firefly is on the way, and I'm like, yes, boop, and it's like not that. I would love for that to come back. It's not going to, or even something in that universe would be super cool. But I didn't, and this was Dave Turner's question. I didn't watch Buffy or Angel at all. That just wasn't a thing that I was into. So I'm going to kiss Buffy because of Michelle Gellar, and Angel just kill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to jump in. Once again, Rob and I are dating the same lady, because I watched Buffy, but if I had to pick like Buffy or Firefly to keep going and to revisit, it would be Firefly. So Buffy I enjoyed it, just a one-time thing. Firefly, definitely would like to see more space westerns. Angel I never watched, so I didn't care enough about the Buffy universe to watch more vampires. So
sorry Dave. Buffy and Angel didn't make it.
All right, let's do another question here.
All right. Ooh, I liked this question, so I threw it in here. Pick one peg to battle each person: Inigo, Fezzik, and Vicini. Discuss strategy.
Oh.
So are we all entering this together? Is it going to be an argument? Like, what are we doing?
Well,
here?
we just pick one of us to fight one of those people.
Oh, boy.
I think Rob should fight Vicini because...
Clearly you can't drink the wine in front of me.
Because he's really good at detecting liars.
Oh, my God. It's not about a lying. It's about when he put the wine in front of him.
But did he?
Rob
He
is
put it
lying,
in front of me!
Rob is lying on the ground dead from iocane powder if we're relying on his ability to determine who's lying.
I agree. I think that I should fight Vicini.
Yeah.
I think that is the thing that he and I could battle wits, and I would come out ahead. Now who's gonna battle the other two?
Inigo and Fezzik.
I would put Christina against Fezzik.
Me too.
I would also put myself.
She's the more brutish of us all.
Like I think all of us would put Rob, but I don't think that's fair because Fezzik got beat because
his little arm could get
the
under
Dread
his
Pirates, right? And Christina with her roller derby stuff, she knows center of gravity. She's gonna go low, knock him over,
and Jeremy understands
check
grudges.
him off the cliff.
Jeremy gets grudges, and so him and they would be on the same plane. Getting, I can see him fighting Inigo Montoya.
But then, mid-fight, they would discuss.
They would have chatty time, which is overrated,
Right.
but they would do that because that's them.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's funny because of the three, I was gonna pick Inigo, but I wouldn't know why. But I think our 7 years of podcasting together and 20 some odd years of friendship, Rob, is you know me better than I know myself.
When I saw this question, that's the order I would have picked him in. But I was like, oh god, they're gonna pick a different order. We're gonna, but we all kind of
we all agree.
That was an easy
Oh,
one.
that's it.
That was a good question.
All right, let's do some games.
All right, let's give away another game to someone in the chat.
Ooh.
I don't have an idea of how we want to do it.
All right, Jeremy?
Oh, you want me to do the contest?
I got it. You took too long.
Oh, okay. That took too long.
Jeremy,
I'm gonna remember that, Rob.
We are blue peg, pink peg, right? So Patrick and I were blue. Christina, you were pink. Jeremy, of course, is our green peg.
Uh-huh.
But what was Josh? Josh was on the show. What did we call Josh? What peg was Josh? Now there's a bit of a delay, so they're thinking.
Oh,
Metal peg. Yes, Sir Jubes gets it. Sir Jubes, what do you get? You get a copy of
Detective Season 1.
Nice.
Modern board game.
So, oh boy, there's a tons of metal pegs now. Everybody got, you know what we're looking forward to? Yes, okay, Sir Jubes, send us an email at bluepegpinkpeg@gmail.com. Let me know it's Sir Jubes. We will get you a copy of Detective Season 1.
Nice job.
Nice. Good game.
And speaking of old metal peg, one of the things that we're going to do this holiday season, we're not going to go out, I'm not sure, but we're going to try to do some sort of dinner to hang out with Josh, because we haven't seen Josh for a while. So hopefully we're all, be quarantined before we go or something, but we're going to get together.
John Wolf just gave Tara her peg name, which is
Oh,
Pedal Peg.
Pedal peg.
Pedal peg, that's great.
Oh, I wish she's upstairs. I wonder if I should go get her. No, I'll have to tell her afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh man, John, we're gonna have to get John one of those little, one of our little badges.
Well,
Ooh.
John,
Wife namer.
John is one of our incredible moderators. John Wolf, Jen Stearns, Steven Seitz, Gregory's on here too. I think I'm missing someone else.
I think that was.
Oh, if we're missing one, we're so sorry. But those are the ones that I see in the chat. So thank you again for our Discord. Our Discord's popping. We got a channel for it. Whatever you want to talk about. If we don't, we'll come up with a channel for it. But, come join us on Discord. Also, thank our incredible moderators because they put it all together. They turned my fat face into multiple emojis. So thank you to all of them for all their hard work. We really appreciate it. Seriously.
Yeah, and I don't know about, I said this in the show, my traffic and communication on our Discord channel is much better than it's been on Slack. So hopefully you all are also feeling the tighter community in our Discord than we had on Slack. If you are, tell one of our moderators. Thank you. Your cat's looking like it wants to eat you.
Dave wants to know what that panther is, but it really looks like it's getting ready to attack your face.
It's Dust Bunny.
Dust
Do
Bunny.
you want to join in, Dust Bunny? No.
No,
Okay,
okay.
whatever.
No, that cat says, get out of here. All right, last question.
And then we'll give away the rest of the games to the trivia people.
Okay, a wildfire is barreling down at your house. You've got your loved ones safe. Check. And have room to grab one thing from the game room. What is it?
My Kama Sutra books! No, I'm sorry, I spoke too soon!
And I assume that they want us to know what game we're grabbing from the game room.
Sure.
And not like
Loved
a
ones.
photo or your fire safe proof or whatever.
They did not ask that question. So let's like I have mementos in my game room.
You do.
I assume they're asking about a game. So if you want to do like a sub answer, like I would grab Memento.
Oh, apparently this is also Dave Turner's question.
Oh.
Maybe all the questions were supplied by two people, Jen and David. But he said it doesn't have to be a game, just a thing. Or you can name both.
Maybe you should just take the Peghead's questions at face value instead of trying to figure out what they're really asking.
You know what? I'm going to go... Tabletop Owlbear says there's a Kama Sutra game with balloons. I think I'll grab that one.
Oh, there is. I remember that.
But it just involves a bunch of people ballooning each other, and it's...
You had to pop the balloon.
Yeah, but someone got pregnant. What are we taking out of our game room?
Ugh.
What
memento?
What are you taking out of your game room, Jeremy?
What am I taking out of my game room?
I know what Rob's gonna grab.
Okay, I'll tell you.
All right.
Right at the entrance of my game room, there is a framed photo of the very first con we ever went to with Rob, Pretzel, me, AJ playing Cargo Noir, framed right at the entrance. That's the first time I ever went to a con. One of my first board game experiences. I'd just gotten separated, and this was going away to get to Dragon Con. So if I had to pick one thing, I think the games will get replaced, except for the ones that can't. But I probably haven't played them in 3 years anyways. But I would grab that photograph.
I know.
Rob?
I know what Rob.
Wait, hold on, Jeremy. Uh-oh. The wildfire is consuming your greenhouse. You have another second. Why don't you grab a game?
Why do I grab a game?
Yeah.
If it was a game, if you're gonna force the issue, if I had to pick a game, I would say.
Sorry, the fire ate your house. It was too late.
I would grab my copy of what's it? Study in Emerald. My original edition of Study in Emerald.
That's the game you would grab?
Because a lot of them you can replace.
You can
like that. You can't get that edition. There's a second edition out.
Oh.
And that one. Oh. Are you did you light my house on fire, Rob, to test me?
I was hoping that you would get a good game. Now I feel bad. That's wasted kerosene.
What game from my collection should I grab when my house is burning, Rob?
It doesn't matter. Let it all burn.
Okay, I can't wait for your answer.
I'm gonna try and say what Rob would grab that's like sentimental. Rob is gonna grab. No, wait. Time out. All right, I'm gonna say the game first.
Well, you're picking my stuff?
I'm just gonna see if I'm right.
Okay.
I think Rob's gonna push you over so he can get 2 games.
Rob is gonna grab Merlin, and why would you grab that one?
That would be my memento one.
But it could be your game, and then you.
It could be
a memento.
Well, that's the one that Stefan Feld signed.
Yeah.
And it's a personal signature. And it means a lot to me, and it's like the jewel of my collection. And if I ever had like a game room, because our game room is our dining room, but I like it that way. But if I ever had a game room, it would be displayed. So yeah, Christina's right. If it was going to be a game memento, that would be it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
If it's just a game on pure stuff that I want to play, a lot of people would think Kingdom Death Monster.
He would have to go multiple trips back and forth into the house to get all that stuff, though.
Yeah,
so that would
that's what I sprayed with lighter fluid when I started the fire.
I would probably grab, and this is just a silly. I'd probably grab Dominion, and I mean like all of the Dominion. I have two like giant, they're right down there. I don't know if you can see them. You can't because I'm filming. But they're like two suitcases full of Dominion, and that was one of the first games that we played over and over again. It's one of it's the game that we have box top the most out of all of our games. It has a lot of like history. The whole box top is a tome, and it's more than one box top. Like we've cut the tops up and put them in there. It's like we filled up 3 of them. Like it's a big deal in our household, Dominion. So I'd probably grab Dominion and Merlin, the Seinfeld copy.
Yeah, good pick.
What about you?
So
might as well pick a Memento.
A Memento. I would have to come in and grab. So if you hadn't been to our last 2 mashup meetups at Origins, we've had photo booths there. And people can get their pictures taken, and we get these strips of photos. And all of the photos that I had taken or I'd taken with people and they'd given to me, I keep here in the office. So I would come in and grab all of those photo strips from, yes, exactly. From our
right by my desk.
From our mashup meetup, just because those have special memories of our time with all our pegheads and just a good time getting together with people. So I would grab those pictures. And then a board game I would grab would probably have to be... I'd have to grab Galaxy Trucker, the Anniversary Edition, because...
We can live in the box.
We live in the box. We can play it forever. Harper would love it. That would just be a game I would grab.
All right. These are all great questions. Why don't we give away our...
I'm going to whoop your choices, but I can't.
Oh. So, you can whoop Rob's.
They're good calls. I'm not as judgy as Rob.
No, the Memento, the picture was really touching because I remember, we've done a lot of cons, but that one in particular, I super remember. It was a lot of fun. I mean, we were posing in that picture, but I don't know. It was a good pick. I
guess I could have said I still have it's not that copy, but I have Cargo Noir, which I haven't played in years. But will be one of the only games, like that game will go 20 years with never being played.
Sure.
But it'll stay on my shelf because of that.
All right, let's give away 2 more games to the trivia.
Okay.
Let's give away, what do we got? The End of the Trail.
End of Trail.
Very interesting game with a poker mechanic.
This is the super fancy box. It's a sleeve. Woo!
Oh, and nice.
Oops. Oh, gosh. Which is cool because the wheels spin and everything. But this is by Elf Creek Games. This is one of their early games before they did Atlantis Rising and recently Honey Buzz. But it's cool because it has this push your luck poker mechanic in it.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Who's going to win this one?
Gabriel Edge won the End of the Trail. And our last one that we're going to give away for this last episode, and we're giving away like a bunch more games than this one. I really enjoyed. Out of all the pegs, I think I enjoyed it the most. But for Forgotten Waters, this game is just a crazy narrative seafaring game. We had a lot of laughs in it.
Yeah.
You can go. We played it a lot, so you're going to have to go online probably and print out some more of your pirate pages.
Yeah.
But you can do that. They're out there. But that game is super fun. I enjoyed it. I love the stories that it told. I love the laughs that we had in it.
This one is by Plaid Hat Games, and it's traditional in their storybook world of games.
Okay, Christina. I'm gonna let you pick. You pick one out of there.
Out of the head.
Out of the head.
I'm gonna pick, and it is Derek Cooper.
Derek Cooper. All right. Congratulations, Derek.
Derek wins this prize for getting his name drawn, but also because he put up with us during the Tough Mudder.
Oh my God, that Tough Mudder was so embarrassing. That was so embarrassing. But
we should do that again someday.
So that
every year we wait, we are just get more and more seasoned and ready.
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do any more Tough Mudders. But congratulations for all the winners.
Yeah.
We will probably start the trivia contest back up in January. I want to see if there's any ideas for tweaking or whatever. But I thought this was pretty good. We gave away a bunch of games. It's not like one giant package for one person, so we spread out the love a little bit. But if you have any suggestions for the trivia or the podcast, for that matter, please let us know. And also, just thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, this has been super fun. I think one of the comments earlier was, how often do we have these? We obviously don't have them often enough, but now that we have figured out the technology, kind of,
we're working on it.
We can do these more often if the pegheads are interested. So if you have thoughts or ideas or suggestions for us, please let us know. We want to make sure that we're doing everything to keep you guys entertained, but also more connected with us, since we don't have our cons to actually physically see everybody.
Yeah. And again, if you've won a game tonight, you're in the chat, please send us an email. Let us know what your address is. We'll try to get this out for you before Christmas so you can have games to play with your loved ones.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. That's it for us.
Thanks again to our Patreon backers. Without you, we couldn't do a lot of things. Yes.
Also, sneak peek that we didn't mention in our episode.
Oh.
Our most recent episode dropped last Monday. We have a bonus episode dropping tomorrow.
Hopefully.
So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. And then we are also delaying our episodes a week because of the holiday. So just know that we're still working, but we're going to give a little time for family time. And our next episode will drop the second week in December.
Yeah. And one of the things, and this is just a sneak peek for the episode in December, we really want to give back to our listeners. So we're going to be coming up with multiple contests. I want to do a contest for Patreon. I want to do a contest for all the pegheads. I want to do a contest for Discord. So, we want to give some stuff out to people. So, yeah, definitely tune into that next episode. Some of those details will be in that episode. The next episode, regular episode, not the bonus episode.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for all the folks who stuck around for 2 iterations of this Hangout and helped us work through our technical challenges. And it was good to talk to everybody. And thanks for your questions. We'll do this again.
Stay healthy to you guys, too. Thank you, Sir Jubes.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
Happy holidays.